Hello and welcome to the Sewing Studio. Today I'm going to talk you through how to make an Easter or spring table runner. This one is quite long, but I'm going to talk you through different sizes and how to decorate it and to put a piece onto the end, and we'll talk about the quilting a bit later on. So the first thing you're going to need, I used calico for this one, which was a 60-inch width. But for the one I'm going to show you today, I've just got regular width fabric, and this is a cream on cream, so there's a bit of texture to it. So white on white or cream on cream. This is a 1/2 metre piece, and I've just trimmed it up and straightened the sides. And for the pieces at the bottom, so I'm going to use this florally fabric, which is going to be this piece here. All I've done is taken a fat quarter and cut it in half. So it should be roughly the same size as this fabric. But once it's stitched, we can always trim it to size. So I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and attach these. So we're going to take our two end pieces and we're going to put them right sides together at the bottom of our table runner, and we're going to sew those down. I'm using a cream thread, and we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam, which is what we always do with anything patchwork or quilting. So I'm just going to line those up, pop them under the machine. And then the same with the other piece at the other end. And then we're going to go back to the iron and we're going to press those. So we're back at the iron and we're just going to set our seam. And we set our seam by pressing along our stitch line, and then we're going to just flip that back and give that a nice good press. And you do the same at both ends. And then what you can do, you can see here that this is fractionally bigger, and I would just trim that up with my rotary cutter. And then you come to decorate your table runner. So you've got your florally fabric at either end. If you wanted to, you could put your appliqued rabbit like we've got here. And we've got some crocuses. Or you could just leave it because it's lovely, pretty floral fabric. And then the next thing you would do is to draw your eggs on some Bondaweb. So I just traced a design, and I've drawn them onto Bondaweb, and I've pressed them onto the fabric already. And now I'm going to show you just press it on there. So you just break the back of your Bondaweb and you take the backing off. There's lots of things that you can get online as templates to draw around. So I would lay this out, and I'd probably place all my eggs randomly as I've done on this one, but for the purposes of today's video I'm just going to plonk that on there, give that a press, so you can see that's how the Bondaweb works. So that's now attached. You could put daisies on it, you could do a cracked egg as I've done here. So all I've done is I've traced an egg shape and then just cut across it, and you could put a chicken. There's so much you can do. You can do any kind of decoration you want and make it your own. And then I'm going to just tell you about how I've quilted it. So I've put some wadding behind the top and I've put my backing on. And then to quilt this, I've shadow quilted around the eggs. So you can just see that stitch line there, and I've done that around all of the eggs, and you can do that with hand quilting thread, or you can do that with embroidery silks. And if you're using embroidery silks, I would use 2 strands. The other thing I've done is I've quilted around the rabbit, so I've shadow quilted around him. And then on this bottom here, I've just cross hatched over the dots. So that may be something that you want to do over your floral pieces at the end. And then I've just found a nice colour that sort of reminds me of Easter, so the purple, to put as the binding. So as always, make it your own, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you here in the sewing studio the next time.